Shut the gates, we're back. This week we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do some power rankings from 1 to 16. And we're not going off round 1 and 2. We're going to just stick straight from round 3. And we're going to say who the best teams were to the worst teams. So we're going to start off with number 1 is... Canberra Raiders. You know, so, and I think Canberra Raiders, I think they showed Melbourne. And they showed why they're the best team in the comp right now.
They'll go close.
They will go close to winning it. And I can see them staying on number 1 between the 4 for the whole year. You know, number 2 though, Roosters, great performance against South, and I can see them winning against the Broncos again this week, and I think they're still going to be one of the teams to beat in this competition. Number 3, Parramatta. Parramatta, really good performance against the Broncos. Just a lot of attacking play. Dylan Brown was really good, and you know, and I can only see them sort of getting better with the rules come along.
Yeah.
Number 4, you want to say number 4?
Manly.
Yep.
Manly, I like where they're going.
Yep.
Absolute Turbo, DCE, and Jake. They're the foundation of that side. Then you got some nice outside backs as well. I thought Brad Parker's come a long way from the times that I've hated him. So
ever since you've said you've hated him, he's had a blinder every single week.
Yeah,
he scores a double nearly every week.
He's playing well, old Brad. Give you credit there, son. Well done.
Number 5, we have Cowboys.
Yeah.
Although, you know, their opposition might not have been that great, you know, and I still don't rate them really highly. I still don't think they can make the 8, but they were solid enough to be 5th this week, and they did score a lot of points. And Val hopefully can only get better, and they were still missing Morgan, and you know, so maybe they'll drop a little bit lower next week with Tamalalo out, but who knows what's going to happen. Number 6,
Tigers. Love the Benji Luke combination.
Yep.
That they'll only get better with time, I feel. Probably a fringe 8 side.
Yep.
Hopefully to see them north on the ladder because I don't mind them. But yeah, Tigers 6.
Warriors 7th. You know, they could even find themselves a little bit higher. You know, 97% completion rate, 45 out of 47 was really great. And you know, they should have. You know, they could have probably even put some more points on Dragons, but you know, it wasn't meant to be. But I still think that was a solid, really probably one of the best performances from the Warriors in years.
Yeah.
You know, they just really stuck together, and it's the first time they've kept an Australian team in Australia to 0 for I think since 2012 or some way. It's been years. Number 8.
Number 8 was the Newcastle Knights. Just love what they did without the top name players, especially with those injuries early. Showed a lot of guts and determination. That says to me that they're heading the right way.
Yep. And you know, they could have been if they scored that match winner, they could have been, you know, 5th, 6th, even 4th. You know, they were outstanding, and then you know they could even be better next week. You know, with all those players come back. You know, number 9, Panthers. Same reason, they didn't win, they didn't lose. It was a draw. You know, they had their chances and they just didn't take it. You know, that's why I put Newcastle. They really had to play from behind the whole game, Newcastle. So that's why Penrith are a bit lower, and they really should have won. They were disappointing, especially in that second half. They didn't take their chances, and Matt Burton missed 1,800 field goals. Number 10?
Melbourne.
Yep.
I thought they were just a little underdone with the rule changes. They'll probably, the class of the team, the most professional club in the game.
Yep.
They'll probably come together, you know, the next couple, and we'll see a different Melbourne team. Number
11, Sharks. Sharks were okay last week. They were good when they were good, but they were terrible when they weren't. You know, they could have beat the Tigers, but in saying that, the effort, just some of those efforts in the second half, down to fatigue, or you know, or just some extra plays, they just didn't feel like they could do it. I don't know, they may have been under fatigue, and you know, I really didn't see the energy out there from the Sharks. But when they were on, they were really on, and that also showed earlier in the season as well. They really came back from, you know, down against Souths, you know. But they need to find at least a 60-minute performance. At the moment, they're probably playing 30 to 40.
Yeah.
Number 12 too.
South.
Yep.
But probably again a bit underdone. I thought Cody Walker was badly missed.
Yep.
Latrell's only going to find his feet. Roosters. You know, it was a close game for a long time.
Yep.
The Roosters pulled away. Bunnies will be a lot better.
You never felt like the Souths were going to win that one though.
No.
They always felt like, you know, Souths, to me, they always feel like they're in second gear for the whole game, every game. It feels like they're in second gear. You're like just waiting for him. You're waiting for him to sort of do it, get out of second gear and go to him. But it just never happens. Like, and I'm always wondering, do they have it? But I feel like they've got 3 or 4 more gears left in them. They're just sort of slow, and you know, just sort of they didn't do it. And Damien Cook was missing nearly the whole night.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the way that the Roosters play him. He doesn't seem to ever play really well against the Roosters, but that's why they're 12th right now. Number 13, the Bronx. Really, really unimpressive. The Bronx. They were disappointing, and they defended quite well against Parramatta early, but then when Parramatta scored on them, they really sort of just fell apart. Yeah. And Parramatta put on late tries. They had a couple chances there as well. Milford dropped the ball over the line with the grubber. Yeah. Darius Boyd did the same thing. It could have been completely different, but then they just kept giving away the 6-to-go tackles, and then they just could never find themselves in the game. So that's why they're 12th, and maybe they'll be better next week. 14, mate?
Titans.
Titans, yeah.
Probably the only reason was because they scored 6.
but to be fair, they defended a lot better than the others.
Yeah, they played okay in patches. Yeah. They just don't have the talent, the superstar players to get them out of strife when the game's on the line. If
we were doing this last week, Titans are last by a mile.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
For them to be 6, they showed a bit of heart, a bit of courageous. They looked like they actually wanted to be there, and hopefully things are looking up for them.
Yeah.
15, Bulldogs. Although they weren't good, they had terrible attack. Didn't look like they could score a point. They tried. They tried, and they don't have the superstar talent or, things like that, but they at least gave it a bit of a go. And Kieran Foran's going to be back this week, so it's going to be a lot better, but I didn't like them. I didn't like them really. And I thought Manly were just way too good. And finish off with the last one, mate.
Dragons. What more can you say? 18-0 down against the Warriors.
Yeah.
Could have been more, should have been more with the percentage and completion rates and blah, blah. Probably Mary, he'll get the sack soon, but he needs to change something in that side. Hopefully we can see a lot better performance this week out of it.
If we see better, they could find themselves up, but it just looked like the players didn't want to be there. Yeah. Really did it. It just doesn't look like they are going nowhere fast. Yeah. So that's our power rankings for the week. What do you guys think? Leave us your power rankings in the comments and tell us why they're different to ours, if they are. Shut the gates. That's a